I don't know where these are in relation to our faces, but hi. Kendyl and I just cheers to lovely Modelo with lime.
This is not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I wish it was.
This whole podcast throughout the first season had 0 sponsors. Also, I have 1 microphone. If you're listening to this, you wouldn't know that. But if you're watching it, you'll see me holding it. So watch this. Hi, Kendyl.
Hello, Hannah.
I just moved the mic to her mouth. I feel like an actual host here. Anyway, we just got done, and by we I mean me, with Bailey's episode. And I thought it would be fun to do a little end of the season 1, hoorah, exciting endeavor, celebratory-nesses. All proper words people normally use when talking. So I wanted to have Kendyl join me today.
Hello, everyone.
She's like, I already said hi. I don't know what else to say. If you've listened to a majority of the episodes, not Kendyl, but people who are listening, have listened to a majority of the episodes, I reference Kendyl many a time.
This is me. Hello.
So I thought it would be fun to have Kendyl in this extra special end of season recap that I have decided will now be at the end of each season. And basically all we're going to do is we're going to chat about the season and what has happened. Kendyl doesn't, I didn't really have a plan. We're just going. I did write down, though, some very cool things. So first of all, Kendyl, did you listen to my podcast at least once?
I'm ashamed to say that I have not.
Kendall's not an avid listener. And mind you, I am not hurt by this, by the way.
That's good.
You hear me in my room.
Yes, and I'm also not the biggest podcast person, just in general. So that is a big factor that plays into this. It's not like I'm listening to podcasts every day and just choosing not to listen to yours. I just always choose music. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, no. I mean, it makes sense.
I do need to listen, though. I need to listen.
Yes, she does.
I feel like a terrible roommate and cousin for not listening to any of them.
I feel like you listen to parts of some of them, maybe.
I've heard bits. More so through your Instagram that I follow. I keep up with all of that. I like every Instagram post and every TikTok, so I'm always supporting. I'm just not one of the listens.
No, she's not. I've referenced Kendyl maybe 15 times, and she'll never know. Now we know.
I will at some point. I will get on that.
In season 2, I'll just start like talking shit.
Yeah.
And then the only way she'll be able to know.
Listen. Yeah.
So, a little bit before we get into the coolness of this extra bonus special season finale, what we're going to do, I've decided, is I'm just going to go and explain a little bit how many plays, how many beautiful listeners have listened to this podcast, how many episodes, different things like that. But first, we are in a very special place, the living room. Welcome to our living room.
Glory in all her glory.
So she's had a lot of work done. But if you didn't know, a little fun fact about the podcast, I film everything in the Zoom realm in my bedroom. So I have like a little corner of my bedroom where I set up my setup. So any clips you've seen on Instagram and TikTok, that's where I'm at. So I'm normally in my bedroom. But today, I don't know why, I just decided that we would film this out here. This is a chillaxed vibe.
Yes, this is our chillax area.
But another reason that it's special that we're in our living room is because we're drinking our beers in our celebratory fashion on our coffee table. And you might be, any listener or person watching would be like, why? That's a normal thing to have in your living room, Kendyl and Hannah. Yes, it is. It is. But we got this coffee table, I want to say a month ago. right before Ashley came to visit a month ago. Also, side note, I was talking to Bailey, so you just heard it in the episode. I was talking about Ashley because Ashley was in an episode. She was in the Game of Thrones House of the Dragon bonus episode. And I realized I don't think I ever said in that episode that Ashley is my cousin too. Ashley is Kendall's sister.
We are sisters. We are related.
She can't confirm. So in episode with Bailey, when I said that, I realized people are probably like, who is she talking about? Because I did not confirm or deny that Ashley is related to me.
That is my sister.
Yes, Ashley's the oldest of the three of us, even though I'm not siblings. But
Honorary sibling.
I'm the honorary middle child. So I'm special. Anyway, the coffee table, back to it, was a very special, this is a very special occasion because we moved in April of 2021. And for about, well, up until last month, so a year and 3 months or so, 4 months, we refused for some reason to purchase a coffee table because at first we wanted like the little poof thingies.
What are they called? Ottomans?
Yeah, like an ottoman.
Ottoman. Yeah. And then for some reason it took us a year to be like, wait, why don't we get a coffee table that gives us more space to set things?
Because we would, what we had before was, if you've ever been to Costco, they have the like black and orange storage bins. And when we moved in, we had, and we still do, have 2 of them. And so we put them right next to each other. And then I had a blanket, and we just put the blanket over the 2 storage bins. So you didn't know what was under it. But it was, we would always put like our plates when we were done with dinner on top of them. And we're like, wait,
what is this?
why don't we just buy a coffee table? And then I was like, well, coffee tables are expensive. IKEA. Yeah, exactly. So, which I don't know why we didn't think of that before, because almost all of our furniture is IKEA because it's so cheap. Anyway, our living room has come a long way. I built this coffee table with my bare hands. Hard laborious work, IKEA furniture. But yes, our living room complete.
Come a long way.
Yeah. Okay, moving on from our apartment. But I just wanted to point it out because this is where I do the podcast. This is where Kendyl and I have lived since we've moved here.
Idea for the podcast came about.
Yes, this is where it all has happened. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Kendyl, you ready for some fun facts?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, this will be a fun guessing game since Kendyl hasn't listened to the podcast.
It's a game show now.
It's a game show. Okay. Kendyl, I'm going to have you guess the numbers, and then I'll tell you what they actually are. Okay, let's start off with how many episodes. And there's 2 categories. There's normal episodes, and then there's bonus. Let's just do normal.
I gotta think about this because there was a couple breaks in there, and I know obviously the bonus episodes too.
She knows this. This is good. Did you see my paper earlier? Okay, good.
I was looking at it, but I didn't read any numbers.
You didn't retain it? Okay, good. That's good.
I did not, per usual. I want to say 15 regular episodes and 5 bonus episodes.
Okay, you are incorrect. The total of main episodes is 19.
I felt like there was, and somewhere along the way you said something about shooting for 20.
Yeah.
So that's what I was like, 15 and 5 maybe.
Smart. Well, and that's a good point because I did shoot for 20, and then the way that the weeks worked out, there's no way I can do any more after this week, life-wise. So I had to end it today, whatever day you're listening to this, but I had to end it Thursday, September 29th, for it to match up. So I have 19 main episodes and then only 2 bonus episodes. So I actually have 21 episodes.
So I wasn't too far off in total episode numbers.
Correct. Okay, next thing. Oh, wait, actually, but this is included. I have 1 video episode. You know that, though. I didn't need to ask that. I mean, that's not as fun. Okay, so yeah, the video, but I had a special video episode with our special friend. I keep saying special, and then that's lessening the specialness of it, you know? Anyway, with our great friend Hunter. So also in that episode, Kendyl, there you go. You've listened to one.
I have heard one episode because I watched it be recorded in person.
Yes. If you listen to Hunter's episode, Kendyl does technically make a vocal appearance because you shout, because I say, Kendyl, hi, and you're like, hi. Kendyl sat in this really comfy red egg looking chair the entire time that Hunter and I were talking on the couch in that video. By the way, you can watch that on YouTube and Spotify. Spotify has video podcast viewing, so if you're listening, for some reason, if you're listening to this episode and none other of the episodes, the very last one, you can go to Hunter's episode and watch it. It's the only one you can actually watch the whole length of. Which actually brings me into a good point. Season 2 will be happening at some point in 2023. I have to get my life together. Not in like a it's not together, but just like
things are a little crazy.
Yeah, you gotta have checkpoints in your life. You gotta have stages. And this stage is ending. I will be going into another new stage. And then after that one, we're going season 2. And I'm hoping once I figure out what I want to do really for season 2, I can get more of the full recordings up on YouTube. Because two people have asked me if there's a place to watch them. And the problem is when I do most of them on Zoom or on virtually, it allows me to talk to a lot more people and like schedule wise. Plus it's a lot cheaper. Yes, than renting space and doing all that stuff. So what happens is I record all the sound through like my soundboard. It's under the table, you can't see it. But then I record on Zoom, but the Zoom audio is different than the clear, crisp audio of my soundboard. So it takes a long time to match up the voice and the video. So it's this whole thing. It's this whole separate thing of editing where it takes way longer for me to actually edit video-wise than just doing little clips for social media. So I'm hoping I can maybe figure out a way to get most of them on YouTube next season, or maybe like 10-minute clips, so where you can, actually learn about the people's passions in like a shorter amount of time, but at least it's, video oriented. So that is a goal for season 2. We will see what happens, but I think it'll be cool. Okay, next question, Kendyl. How many guests have been on? This is different than the amount of episodes because we had lovely double guests.
22.
Oh, so close. 23. But I actually might be wrong. So hold on.
No, you're right. 23. Because I was thinking of all the doubles and I forgot one of the doubles. Because
yes.
I forgot about Matt and
Henry. Yes.
But I remembered
Maya and Anya. Yes. Because now I was like, wait, am I wrong? But yeah, no. 23 guests, which what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to just really quickly say thank you to every single freaking person who was willing to talk to me for an hour or more. I don't know why, but thank you so much. Tiana, Ricky, Kate, Maya, Anya, Kendra, Ansel, Matt, Henry, Cheryl, Juliet, Justin, Daniel, Sammy, Vincent, Vic, Caitlin, Hunter, Carly, Ryan, and today's guest was Bailey. Oh, and then Julia and Ashley for the bonus episode. Wow, didn't mean to sing right there. Anyway, literal massive thank you to everybody for being on my podcast. I appreciate you. Literally couldn't do it without you, because otherwise I'd just be talking to myself, or maybe Kendyl for the whole entirety of it. I don't know. If you want to listen to us just talk and drink beer all the time, please let us know. But we do that anyway. So there's that. Okay, the final question. Oh, well, sorry. There's one more, but it's already answered because of the episodes. But we've also talked about 21 organizations. 21. A couple of them were double talked about. like same people had reached out about it. But 21 organizations, which is really cool that we tried to shed some light on. So, okay, the last one. And this number is from today, so before this episode comes out. How many plays all-time number of plays have people listened to the podcast this season?
I want to say like 250.
Wrong. But in a good way, because it was more.
Okay, sweet.
633.
Damn. Go on.
Oh, damn.
Sorry, I lowballed you so much on that one. I wasn't really sure what your average like episode got per.
Which is actually a good question. So Tiana's episode was the most listened to episode at 71 times. And then it went downhill from there. No. But like I get, sometimes it's like 50, sometimes it's 40. It just depends. And like obviously certain people have a wider audience or people who listen to it. Some people just don't like podcasts like Kendyl and don't listen to it at all. But yeah, 633 right now. And then, hopefully at least 634 when Bailey's episode, when this episode comes out. Which actually, if you're listening to this right now, then you will be one of them. You'll be adding to that number. So thank you so much. Oh my God. I think we're almost done with this. I didn't want to make it too long. I don't even know. It's already been, about 25 minutes. Yeah, we've got our beers. We've got our, I've got happiness instilled in me from people listening and from everyone. Honestly, I met a lot of new people, made friends. Honestly, yeah, it's just been really, really cool. Like I said, for season 2, I want to keep going. Maybe some new graphics. Kendyl might be working on a little logo for me.
Yes, trying to create something.
Yes, I want to try my best to have everything kind of be original. People I know, like the people on the podcast. Maybe, I don't know, maybe get like my own theme song out there at some point, because I had a lot of musicians on the podcast, so maybe somebody will make me a jingle. But other than that, again, thank you so much if you're listening to this. Oh my God, yes.
I just want to say that it's been really cool to watch you do the podcast and like start it from
the bottom,
quite literally nothing, and turn it into what you have, and like what you've, like the effort you've put into all the Instagram and everything. It's very cool.
Thank you.
And the marketing and all that. It's not just like you record an episode and put it out. You like do a lot and put a lot of energy into everything that it is.
Thank you. That means so much. Yes, it is a lot of work. And I always tell people, I was just talking to Bailey about it today, about how like I get nervous or like stressed out about recording an episode, or like how much time it'll take to do everything and put everything out there, because it is just me doing everything, which again, if you've listened to some of the episodes, I've said it in a couple of them, but it is me. I do everything. I schedule, I send all of the information, I record, I edit, I post, I make all the Instagram posts. So if there's anything bad, please don't be mean to me. But yeah, I do it all. So, but it's been really cool and fun. Oh yeah, and then I do the website. I did the website too. So if anyone out there is looking for any work for a podcast and they like what I do, please hit me up, because your girl needs money. That's another thing in season 2. I don't know, like there is an option on the platform that I go through. It's through Spotify. It's called Anchor. Where I could possibly maybe monetize it a little bit if I like say ads. I don't know if I want that, to be honest. I don't want to ruin the vibe. But if it gets to that point, then I'm sure my listeners will be fine with it. So you guys can always just fast forward through them anyway. You don't have to listen to the ads if I have to put them in there to make money. I think it's fine. But thank you again. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it.
Behind the scenes of it all. So.
Literally, Kendyl sees me pulling my hair out, editing, trying to edit these episodes, which that's another thing, and a compliment. Some people don't realize that I edit them. There are not that like I'm an editor, but like I cut a lot of stuff out most of the time because we go over time, and I want to try and condense it a little bit.
And just so everyone's aware, like, not like this is a diss to you, but she didn't know like any of this before. Like, she learned all of this as she was doing it, and like the whole system and like all of the editing and being able to do that. So it's very impressive.
I brought Kendyl on just to give me compliments. But thank you. And also, that being said, I want to give a very, very special shout out, actual special shout out to Ricky. My friend Ricky is kind of pretty much the reason this all started, even though he didn't it wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional, but he's on to great things right now with his brand. And originally we were actually supposed to do a podcast, but with where his brand was going and what things were happening, he went in that direction, and I'm so happy for him, so supportive of him. And so I was like, well, I think I still want to do something. And he helped me figure this all out. He's the one who recommended all the stuff that I get, how to use it. He's just been such an amazing person to talk to. And he's literally, if you listen to his episode, he's episode number 2, Ricky from Filmtopia. He's the kindest, most supportive person. He just wants everyone to be able to do what they want to do in their life and to succeed at it. So special shout out to Ricky. You're the best. And with that, I'm going to leave because I think I'll talk for way too long. And this episode has already been extremely long because I got to talk to Bailey, and she's my best friend. So we talked forever. But thank you. I'll see you guys in season 2. My goal for season 2, the only goal I have, is for Kendyl to listen to an episode.
The next time I talk to you guys, I will have listened to the episodes. That is my promise.
Good. You should listen to either Hunter or Vic's because or Ashley's.
I've heard Hunter's.
Oh, right. Sorry. We already discussed this. Sorry. She has listened to an episode.
I do need to listen to Vic's because that's kind of like double a-hole move, because it's like my cousin and one of like my best friends.
Vic is Kendall's friend. That's how I got the podcast. Well, he's now my friend too, but like, it's just funny. Okay. Anyway, with that, I'm going to leave you. I've got 2 more things to say. Make sure you go and do something that makes you happy, and I'll see you next season.
Bye.
Cheers. Cheers.